So today I want to talk to you about a subject that frustrates me a hell of a lot, and it frustrates me because it's close to me, in the person that I have been for a number of years, and that's that of a procrastinator. And for me, this whole concept of I'm not ready yet, that's been quite a reality. And I can't tell you the number of times that I've used that phrase. You'll be able to recognize people who exercise a similar kind of state of non-movement when you call them, for example, today or tomorrow, and you say, how's it going? They'll be like, yeah, I'm still working on myself. I'm nearly there. I'm nearly ready, right? And you call them 3 months from now, 6 months from now, and the story wouldn't have changed. I'm nearly ready. I'm still working on myself. I'm nearly there, right? So, so the way to overcome that is pretty much, in fact, I'm going to backtrack a bit, right? So in PUA, that's pick up artistry, some form of personal development. It's pretty cool. It kind of teaches you how to attract women, right? But that's not the main purpose of anyone who really, I suppose, delves into that stuff will learn that there's something called inner game, and that's personal development for yourself. So you work on yourself, become the greater version of you, become your best self, and you will naturally attract other people. That's the essence of it. So in working on yourself, one of the techniques that I thought was quite interesting, it's almost like a no get out clause. In the moment, again, this isn't fully related, but in the moment, say for example, I'm in a bar or I'm out somewhere and I find a woman attractive. In that moment, there's that conversation that goes on, right? That little voice inside our head, wow, she's pretty. They call it the 3-second rule. Within 3 seconds, do something. Go up to her, talk to her, do something. Because if you don't, that little, what I call noise in your head, that little voice, that will take over and you will be paralyzed and you won't be able to go and you'll lose that moment. So it's almost like if you find yourself not ready quite yet, do something, take some kind of action. Look, sharing with you my own story, on a side note, I think it's really frustrating when these people who are leaders in the field of personal development, a lot of coaches do this as well, present themselves as experts, as if they don't have any issues themselves. They'll talk about problems in their life being all to do with the past, and they'll really put this picture across that, follow me, and your life will be fine. Subscribe here now, as if they know all the answers. I'm going to tell you that I don't know all the answers, but I will share with you my own experiences. So I wanted to do this, but I was embarrassed. I did have a number of conversations in my head constantly paralyzing me, right? Because I didn't follow the 3-second rule. For me, I had a PC. I didn't have a MacBook Pro. I didn't have iMovie. I didn't have a camera, the right camera. I didn't have a stand. I didn't have a green screen that I needed to have. I didn't have all the know-how on YouTube. I was socially inept. When I say that, I mean, on social media, right? I didn't know how to do anything. And those were all excuses for me. So what did I do? I went out and bought a MacBook Pro. Did that help? No. I've had a MacBook Pro for 2 years. I bought it brand new. Did I use it? Not really. I bought a green screen. I bought a really cool sort of handheld HD camera. I bought the stand, and did I use it? No. It was only until I got to the point where I thought, you know what, this is enough now. I'm going to do something about it. And what I want to say to you is you don't have to get to that point of what I call optimal frustration. You don't have to get to the point where you're so annoyed that you just do something. You can actually follow the 3-second rule, right? If you think you're not ready, spot it as bullshit. It's bullshit. You can do it. I mean, nowadays, do you really need a camera? Okay, yeah, now I've got a camera, I've got a stand, and I've got a mic here, but do I really need that? No, I can take it on my mobile phone. I don't know anyone who doesn't have a mobile phone these days, even kids, that doesn't have a camera on that can record video for 30 seconds to a minute to 5 minutes. And you can easily even ask your friends to tape you, and you can do selfies, right? That's the new in thing, selfies. They're still pictures, but you can tape yourself. Get yourself out there, record something, put it out there. And if it's not that, if it's some course you want to do, just do it. If it's someone you want to train, just train them. If you want to coach, coach. If you want to, you know, anything you want to do, just go out there and do it, right? A friend of my wife's, her boyfriend is a hairdresser, or not a hairdresser, a barber, sorry. I learned the distinction. A hairdresser also does women's hairs, a barber sticks to men's hair. And what's interesting is he went the formal route, and he said, you know, he's done his level 3 course in being a barber, but is he cutting hair? No, he isn't. And I said, well, why don't you just do it for free? Why don't you cut your friends' hairs? I remember when I was like 14, 15, 16, there was a period of time when my mother learned how to cut hair, and she had the whole set of scissors and whatnot and the machines. And, you know, I'd cut my friends' hair for free. I haven't done any kind of barber's course, but, you know, I'd easily say, right, look, you know, if you need a haircut, I'll cut your hair. No problem. Right? What's the worst that can happen? You can cock up. Person's hair is going to grow back, especially if you're doing it for a friend and it's free. You know, you can gain that confidence, right? So if you need to do it free, but just do something in that direction. So I was thinking of another example as I was talking about the friend that's a barber, and what was I going to say? Yeah, I had a client once. I remember, and this is not in the coaching realm, but you know, he'd done I think a level 2 in joinery, I think in woodwork, and I think he'd also done some kind of electric course or whatnot. And his whole thing was, look, I can't, you know, I've got the course, I've done the course, I've got the certificate, but I can't get experience because people want experience. I said, no, they don't. He said, yeah, they do. I said, I tell you what, give me 2 minutes. And I looked on my phone, I Googled the local sort of builders, I think it was local builders, and I called these people up. I made about 5 calls, right? In the first 20 seconds, one guy picked up. I said, look, you know, I've got a friend here. He wants to work. He's willing to work for absolutely nothing. He's got the certificate. He's done a bit of work, obviously in his course, but he hasn't actually, he's got his certificate, but what he wants is experience. He's willing to work for nothing. He said, I'll tell you what, you know, thanks for letting me know. I'll let you know if, you know, I'll let you know if something comes up. So we made another couple of calls. Lo and behold, 2 minutes later, in between us making a call, there's a call waiting. We pick it up. Of course, it's the first person we've called, and he said, right, I'll tell you what, be here tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock, you start on this job, and you know, you can finish at 5. Couple of calls, that's all it took. Are you ready? Are you ready? Is it no? If it's not, if you think you're not ready, it's bullshit. Do something now. 3 seconds. Take care.